When we start practicing mindfulness, we can quite quickly discover that our default setting is often not to be particularly kind to ourselves. If we're observing our own mind, we might notice that we get a bit self-critical in the face of setbacks or failures. Perhaps we have a mentally tough attitude. We might even just notice the judgment when our attention wanders off during meditation, or that attitude of kind of dragging the attention back to the breath or trying to hold it tightly on the breath or the object of the meditation. And so mindfulness helps us to start noticing this tendency. And then, of course, we can start to notice the effect that this has on us, introducing tension perhaps into the body or into the mind, agitating the mind, making it harder to focus. So once we've noticed this, of course, we can start to cultivate a different way of relating to ourselves, perhaps one that's characterized by a sense of gentleness and patience. Maybe we're meditating and the mind wanders, and then we just gently bring it back, training the puppy, just very gently bringing the attention back. And we should remember that anything we practice gets hardwired into the brain and becomes our default programming. So if we're practicing being self-critical or mentally tough, that's just becoming more and more of a habit. But if we start to practice being gentle and kind, well, that also starts to become a habit. And if we practice that regularly, we're laying down those brain circuits, strengthening those brain areas, and it just becomes how we relate to ourselves and perhaps others moment to moment throughout our life. And so we can be kind and patient. And we can also start to deliberately wish ourselves well. So we can actually make kind wishes for ourselves, particularly if things are hard, just sending ourselves some, making some kind wishes for ourselves. And also if we do that for others, if we wish others well, this has a number of benefits. It takes our attention off ourselves. And of course, we spend so much time thinking about ourselves, often in those critical ways. So just to take our attention off ourselves and onto somebody else can actually be a very powerful practice. Wishing others well also cultivates very positive qualities of mind. It makes us kinder, makes us more patient, ultimately more compassionate. And of course, if we have conflict with somebody and we can wish them well, if we can find a way to do that, perhaps it just removes some of the resentment and the judgment, and it might even be able to resolve conflict. And so in this exercise, we're going to deliberately cultivate an attitude of kindness for ourselves and for someone who we care about. As we do this, we might want to notice any positive effects it has on the mind or the body. We might want to keep in mind as well that we're literally rewiring our brain for kindness and happiness, that we're practicing something, and as we do it repeatedly, we lay down new pathways in the brain, and we literally strengthen the parts of the brain that are associated with kindness and happiness. This exercise, this meditation, it's traditionally called loving kindness or metta meditation, but really we can just call it cultivating kindness because that's what we're doing. We're going to just think kind thoughts for ourselves and for somebody else and use that as a way of cultivating a sense of kindness. It's less about sending wishes to the other person, and it's more about transforming our own mind, cultivating or practicing some very powerful habits. And really it's just thinking positive thoughts. It's not a prayer, it's not some kind of strange exercise. It's just making kind thoughts for ourselves and for someone else. So to begin this exercise, just perhaps taking a moment to sit comfortably, closing the eyes, taking a few moments just to tune in, noticing how the body's feeling. Maybe feeling the feet on the floor, the body in the chair. And just taking a moment to ground yourself. Get centered. Noticing the breath, perhaps, entering and leaving the body. And then just bringing to mind someone who you care about and feel cared for by. It might be a family member or a friend or a child. It could be a pet or a spiritual figure. Just anybody who you feel a good connection with. Just pick someone, could be anyone. And just focus on the positive aspects of your relationship. So as you bring this person to mind and picture them in front of you, really just focusing on the care, the support. Seeing their face in your imagination, really tuning into them. Feeling that care or that kindness between you, perhaps that you have for them and they have for you. And just taking a moment to notice what that's like, to picture this person in front of you, and just to tune into the goodwill, the kindness, the love. And then just making some wishes for this person to be happy. perhaps recognizing that they want to be happy like all people. And so just making the wish, may you be happy. So as you tune into this person, just in your own mind, wishing, may you be happy. And perhaps there are other wishes that you might like to make, other thoughts. May you be well. May you be safe. May you enjoy peace. And so you, in your own time, could just cycle through those thoughts, those wishes. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe from harm. May you enjoy peace. And you can feel free to include any other specific wishes that you'd like to make for this person. May you be successful. May you be loved. Just anything that you would like to wish for them. Or you can just stay with that basic thought, that basic wish, may you be happy. Maybe it's enough just to do that. And as you do this, remember, this is about transforming your own mind, getting in touch with that sense of goodwill and kindness, rather than sending wishes to this person. So really, you're just practicing getting in touch with kindness, cultivating kindness. As you do this, just tune into any positive feelings in your own body. Maybe you can feel something, perhaps in your chest, in your heart, or elsewhere in your body. Or if it's just the thoughts, if it's just the wishes, know that as you make them, you're creating new neural pathways. And as they get stronger and stronger, this experience will go from just being thoughts to actually being more of a felt experience. If the attention wanders, just using mindfulness to come back. So just noticing the mind's wandered, coming back to the body or the breath, or back to the image of the person, or coming back to the kind thoughts. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you enjoy peace. And then bringing your attention to yourself and just making the same wishes. May I be happy. Recognizing that you want happiness in life. And just wishing that for yourself. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I enjoy peace. And just keep making those wishes in whatever way you like, in your own time. May I be happy. Just focusing on any pleasant feelings in the body as you make the wishes, making them for yourself as genuinely as possible. Although if it is just thoughts, know that you're creating new connections in the mind, in the brain. May I be happy. And then you could focus back on your loved one, on the person in front of you, and send them wishes. May you be happy. May you be well. And then back to yourself. May I be happy. May I be well. Then as we start to bring the practice to a close, just letting go of the image of the person, letting go of the thoughts, just bringing your attention to yourself, just feeling your body, noticing any effect that the meditation's had on your body and your mind, and just taking a moment to reflect on the process. Did you notice any benefits of doing this? Was there anything pleasant or positive about it? Was there anywhere that you found it hard, where you got a bit stuck? And if there was something useful in this for you, just remembering that you can practice this And the more you practice it, the more natural it will become. So even in the beginning, even if it feels a bit mechanical or uncomfortable, it's just a skill that you can practice, a quality that you can develop, or we could say get in touch with. It's sort of an innate quality of humans. And so then whenever you're ready, just allowing your eyes to open.